Perch Perkins here live, following the aftermath of Bikini Bottom's destruction at the hands of King Neptune's son, Triton. We are told King Neptune himself is locked inside, along with other partygoers, on what was to be the king's 5,000th birthday party. We go now to two witnesses on the scene to get their account of the day's events. What can you tell us, boys? There you have it. Two brave young men, Bikini Bottom's last hopes. Well, okay, our only hopes, are attempting to sneak into the Krusty Krab and free King Neptune and put a stop to Triton's antics. Can these two young men succeed? Only time will tell. Let's go live back to the scene. I take it, boys, your mission was not a success. It looks to this seasoned reporter that what you two have there are the tridents of King Neptune and Queen Amphitrite. And there you have it. These two brave boys seem to be attempting the impossible. Can they reach the summit of Mount Triton? Can they free King Neptune? Can they return Bikini Bottom to its former glory? This seasoned reporter says, probably not. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this story as it develops. Perch Perkins coming to you once again. We have just received word from Mount Triton. The two boys have survived the first part of their journey up Mount Triton. Let's take you now live to News Sea Chopper 7. We have been monitoring the situation from up high in our chopper, and I can tell you that in fact, the two have made it past the first section of Mount Triton. And as you can see, this portion of Bikini Bottom has been returned to its former glory, and the area cleared of the dreaded Crabzilla that had been threatening this neighborhood since Triton first began his vile reign of destruction. In related news, despite the destruction caused by this vile monster, Crabzilla seems to have cultivated himself a huge following among the youth of Bikini Bottom. Stores around town are quickly selling out of all Crabzilla merchandise. We asked one fan, why the obsession with Crabzilla? His answer? He's just cool, dude. SpongeBob and Patrick have made it through this first section of Mount Triton, but the real question remains. Do these two doofuses, boys, have what it takes to get to the top? Not very likely, says this seasoned reporter. But as always, we will remain vigilant in our continued coverage of this major story. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special bulletin. It is now being reported that SpongeBob and Patrick have made it past Phase 2 in their mountain journey. Once again, we go live to News Sea Chopper 7. It seems the two were able to defeat one of the king's advisors, the Shapeshifter. This development comes after dark news that Triton, in an act of parental defiance, turned King Neptune's most trusted advisors into monstrous overlords to guard Mount Triton. We have yet to receive word on how the young boys were able to defeat such adversaries, but we can confirm that they were successful in liberating a second section of Bikini Bottom. No word yet on how this tragedy will affect the sales of Shapeshifter's new CD release, Sonic Trio Presents 3-part harmony, 1-part discord. Well, you heard it here first, folks. These two young men have gotten far. How, you ask? The world may never know. If you ask this seasoned reporter, complete blind luck. Perch Perkins again, live from the BBN newsroom. This time we take you directly to our chopper high above Bikini Bottom for the latest news on what people are now calling Operation Little or No Hope. Stunning news from the scene. SpongeBob, with the aid of his trusted pal Patrick, has now defeated Frank, the second of Neptune's advisors. This puts them past the halfway point in their journey. The citizens of this part of Bikini Bottom are rejoicing as this area joins those already cleared by these two young men. How do they do it? No, seriously, how? And what does the future hold for Frank now? Will he be able to get the bath he so desperately needs on the next edition of I'm a Celebrity, Extreme Muck Makeover? Well, I can say that this development certainly comes as a surprise to this veteran reporter. Ha! You thought I'd say seasoned reporter, didn't you? Well, we will continue to bring you updates as this exciting story progresses. This is Perch Perkins live from the BBN Newsroom with another update from Mount Triton. We've learned that just moments ago, SpongeBob and his trusted friend Patrick defeated the last of Triton's overlords, finally releasing all of King Neptune's advisors from Triton's spell. We now go live to the scene. An impassioned speech from a very brave boy and his friend. With SpongeBob and Patrick this close to reaching the summit, this reporter must say that he is now cautiously optimistic. If and when these two do make it to the top of Mount Triton, BBN will be the first to bring it to you live. News Bulletin! Bikini Bottom rejoices as Triton is defeated and King Neptune is freed. Bikini Bottom has been completely restored to its grand former self. First, footage from moments ago to give you, the viewer, a first-hand glimpse as the once ominous Mount Triton is transformed back to the peaceful Bikini Bottom. Now we go live to the scene with the two young heroes who made this all happen, SpongeBob and Patrick. Yes, Your Majesty. Is there anything you'd like to say to your loyal subjects watching this live coverage as it unfolds? The citizens of Bikini Bottom rejoice as the king and his son are reunited once again. It looks like this story will have a happy ending after all. Let's go back down to the scene where it appears King Neptune is making a final statement.